Hello friends, welcome to today's session. I am your Renu ma'am here, and today we will be learning about basis of accounting. To understand the basis of accounting, first you need to know the term accounting. You can refer to my video where I have discussed about understanding the term accounting and accountancy. If you go through that video, you'll get a clarity on the term accounting, from where you'll be learning that accounting is a process. It involves several steps, and by following those steps, whatever is the transactions and events which can be measured in terms of money are going to be getting recorded. Now, why do we need that records? We need that records at the end of the period to ascertain the profit earned or loss incurred by the business. Now, we have to now be going into discussion. We are going to be learning about the basis of accounting. There are two different bases of accounting available. The first one is the cash basis of accounting. Second is the accrual basis of accounting. So there are two bases of accounting. The first basis is cash basis of accounting. From the term, you know that it is on the basis of cash. So whatever has been received during the year or whatever has been paid during the year, that is the basis on which the accounting is done. So all the transactions which are recorded are based on what is received or what has been paid. But when we talk about accrual basis of accounting, here it is going to be different. It is not on the basis of what is received or paid, but it is on the basis of revenue earned or expenses incurred. So, whatever is the revenue which has been earned during that accounting period or the expenses which have been incurred during the period, irrespective of whether this revenue has been received in cash or not. If it is the revenue of that accounting year but received later on, still it is the revenue of the period and has to be recorded as revenue. And if it is an expense incurred, it means not just the expense which has been paid and where there is outflow of cash or bank balance is reduced. It includes all the expense which are still unpaid as well if they have been incurred by the business. So these are the two bases of accounting which you will be learning in detail in today's session. Now, to understand these two concepts, I would like to do it through an illustration. So look at this example. We will learn how to calculate the income on the basis of cash basis of accounting is followed when accrual basis of accounting is followed. It is with the same information. You will see how the income would be different under these two methods. Now, let us look at the example. Rahul had a cash sales of rupees 20 lakh. Credit sales of rupees 25 lakh during the year. So cash sales would immediately when the sale is made, you are going to get the money. But when there's a credit sale, you are creating a debtor who is going to pay at a later date. Amount is not being received immediately. But still it's income of the year. He incurred total expense of rupees 10 lakh. So total expense incurred for the accounting year is rupees 10 lakh. Out of which rupees 1 lakh is yet to be paid. So 9 lakh has already been paid, still 1 lakh is pending to be paid. He also received rupees 5 lakh related to credit sale of previous year. Previous year, Rahul had made a credit sale. It is the income related to the sales related to the previous accounting year. But being a credit sale, amount was received in the current year. How was that possible? Suppose a sale took place in the almost the end of March. A credit sale in the end of March month. So, the sale takes place. It is going to be recognized as revenue. But however, it is going to be received after the credit period. Maybe 1 month. So, maybe in the end of April, the amount of 5 lakh is going to be received. So, you can see that it is related to the March sale, but the amount is received in the month of April, which are in two different accounting years. Same way, he has paid rupees 50,000 towards expense of previous year. So expense was incurred in the previous year but was not paid. It was still to be paid and got paid in the month of say April. Like the example of salary of the employees of the March month gets paid in the month of April. But it is a salary expense of the previous accounting year but got paid in the current accounting year. So using this information, let us calculate what would be the income on cash basis of accounting and accrual basis of accounting and how it is different. Please do pause the video and note down the question. Moving further, now let us start with the calculation. Now when it is cash basis of accounting, as we know, it is the amount which is received in terms of revenue that is going to be recognized as revenue, and whatever is paid is going to be taken as expense. So if you look at this question, Rahul had a cash sales of rupees 20 lakh. So he has received 20 lakh rupees. Credit sale of 25 lakh is not received now but it is received later on. So you will take only 20 lakh rupees as the revenue. He incurred total expense of 10 lakh, out of which 1 lakh is yet to be paid, which means out of 10 lakh, 1 lakh is not paid, which means 9 lakhs has been paid during the year. This is the amount which has been paid as expenses. Further, he also received 5 lakh. So again, related to revenue, it is 5 lakh. So totally 20 lakh related to current year and 5 lakh related to previous year. So 25 lakh has been received during the year, and when it is cash basis of accounting, we take the amount which has been received related to the revenue. So received during the year is 20 lakh related to current year and 5 lakh related to previous year. And when it comes to expense, we have already seen that for current year it is 9 lakh rupees and paid 50,000 towards expense of previous year. One more payment was made which was 50,000, although related to previous year. What is paid? 50,000. So related to previous year, 50,000. So totally amount paid towards expenses in the current year is 9 lakh plus 50, 9 lakh 50. So taking this into consideration, if we are going to be preparing on the basis of cash basis of accounting, what would be the revenue? Revenue shall be the cash sales of the current year, which is 20 lakh rupees which has been received, and the amount received related to previous year, which is an amount of 5 lakh. So totally the revenue as per the cash base of accounting, whatever has been received, is 25 lakh. From this we will deduct the expenses paid. The expenses paid during the year. Now if you see the question, the expenses paid during the year related to the current year. Was out of 10 lakh, 1 lakh was still to be paid, so 9 lakh, and related to the previous year, an amount of 50,000 was paid. So whatever has been paid towards expenses during the current year is taken as expense of the year, so 9 lakh 50,000 is the expense. Now taking this, 15 lakh 50,000 is the income of the year when you are following cash basis of accounting. I hope it is clear that when cash base of accounting is taken, it is the received amount related to revenue, and when it is expenses, it is what is being paid during the year, which is the basis for computation of income. But here you can see that they are not considering whether it's related to current or previous year, whatever has been received and whatever has been paid is taken for the computation of income. Now going back to the illustration, if we are going to follow accrual basis of accounting, the accrual basis of accounting requires the income earned. So when you are talking about revenue, it is going to be whatever has been earned. So that is related to current year. That would be taken as income, and expenses as are incurred. The term used is incurred, not paid. Therefore, that is related to current year only would be taken. So what was the income revenue earned during the year and expense incurred would be taken to compute the income on accrual basis. So from here, if you see the cash sales of 20 lakh, credit sale of 25 lakh. So totally 20 plus 25, 45 lakh is the sales made during the year. That is the revenue which is earned relating to the current year. All out of the 25 lakh, entire amount might not be received now. Being credit sales, some portion might be received in the next year. Further, he incurred total expense of 10 lakh, out of which 1 lakh is yet to be paid. So 10 lakh is incurred, that is the expense incurred. Out of that, although 1000 still to be paid, still it is related to current year, so it would be taken as expense. And he also received 5 lakh related to credit sale of previous year. This is on receipt basis related to previous year. If accrual base of accounting is followed, that should be included in the income of the previous year, not in the current year. So this will not be taken to consideration in the current year. And same way, the amount of 50,000 which has been paid as expense of the previous year is related to expense incurred related to previous year. So it should be taken as expense in the previous year, not in the current year. So this also will not come into picture. It is only the sales, cash sales of 20 plus 25 minus this 10 lakh. So let us prepare the statement when accrual basis of accounting is followed. So what would be the revenue? The revenue would be the cash sales which has been made during the year, which is of 25 lakh, and the credit sale of cash sale is 20 lakh and the credit sale is of 25 lakh. So total sales during the year, which is an income, is 45 lakh. This is the revenue earned related to current year. From this, we have to subtract the expenses which are incurred. So expense incurred is rupees 10 lakh. So totally 35 lakh is the income of the year when you're following accrual basis of accounting. So this is how in cash basis of accounting you're getting income of 15 lakh 50,000, whereas on accrual basis of accounting it amounts to 35 lakh. Now we need to understand that here we are getting different. Which one is correct? Accrual basis of accounting would give you a more accurate picture, a true picture of the profit of the business. Why so? Because of certain reasons. Now, when cash basis of accounting is followed, you find that they have mixed up the income of the current and previous year. On the basis of receipt, it is being calculated. And the expense also is on paid basis, whether it's related to current year or previous year. But what is the intention behind accounting? To get to know what is actual profit or the loss of the business for an accounting period. So you want only related to current year. What is the profit or loss? You don't want to mix up the current year and the previous amounts and arrive at the income. So cash basis of accounting does not give you the true picture of the income. But when you see the accrual basis of accounting, you have just taken the income earned during the year, that is revenue, cash and credit sale related to the current year, and the expense related to current year. You have excluded the previous year. You have not taken into consideration next year if any detail is available. So here accrual basis of accounting is the better method of accounting. Now to understand, we'll summarize it with a table. We'll understand the distinction between cash basis and accrual basis of accounting so that we understand these two terms clearly and how the two bases of accounting are different from one another. So let us start. First is, what are the types of transactions which are recorded? Cash base of accounting, it is only the cash transactions which get recorded. But in accrual base of accounting, you saw cash and credit transactions, so cash sales as well as credit sales. Both are taken into consideration if they are related to the current year. So that is one point of difference that you can find. Second, as you saw from the calculations, the profit or loss ascertainment, it is not very accurate when you're following cash base of accounting, but accurate when you follow accrual basis of accounting, because for that accounting period, what is related to that has been taken in ascertainment of the profit or loss of that particular year. And as you've seen, about next point of difference is on the term of adjustment. Now, in cash base of accounting, you saw that there is no adjustment involved. Whatever is received is taken as revenue, whatever is paid is taken as expenses, and income is ascertained. But when you follow accrual base of accounting, you will be finding terms like outstanding expenses. Like in our case, we had 10 lakh rupees as expense incurred, out of which 1 lakh is still to be paid. So that 1 lakh is the outstanding expenses. So you're going to adjust that, you're including that, and you're taking the total of 10 lakh as an expense. Prepaid expenses. Some expense might be paid in advance for the next year. That would be excluded when you're following accrual base of accounting. Accrual base of accounting is a very scientific method where there are scientific data available, where you will be following certain steps. You will be adjusting for items of outstanding, prepaid, accrued, income received in advance. All these are adjusted, which is not done in cash base of accounting. Cash basis, you just take the receipt and the paid amount to ascertain the income. But here you are going to ensure that you take only the current year related item by adjusting, by doing the adjustments related to your outstanding expense, prepaid expense, accrued income, received in advance, etc. So it is more scientific method of accounting. Then what is the level of knowledge that is required for doing accounting on these bases? For cash base of accounting, no specific technical knowledge is required. You just have to record what has been received during the year, what has been paid during the year, and the difference of that is ascertained as the income of the year. But when you're following accrual base of accounting, you need knowledge about the adjustments. You should understand what you mean by outstanding expense, prepaid expense, accrued income, received in advance. You have to provide for depreciation, which is non-cash expense. So a knowledge about adjustments is a must when you're following accrual base of accounting, because all those are going to get adjusted and only related to the current year items are going to be used in ascertaining the income. Now let us see whether both the bases are acceptable. The recognition under the Companies Act. Cash base of accounting is not recognized in the Companies Act. Companies Act states that books have to be maintained under accrual basis of accounting. So cash base of accounting is not recognized. So moving further, if we see the reliability part, how reliable is the information generated by following cash base of accounting? Whatever information is generated, accounting information, which is going to be available for the users. The information generated is not very reliable. Whereas when you have followed accrual base of accounting, it is a scientific method, you have adjusted, and it is also recognized in Companies Act. The information which is generated is also reliable. So users can use those information to make economic decisions. Now, what is the suitability? Now, cash base of accounting, it is normally, there's a mistake here. Cash base of accounting is normally followed only by professionals or by NPOs. Like, what do you mean by professionals? Like doctors. They normally, as you see when you go to consult a doctor, immediately as soon as a consultation is done, you pay and settle that amount. So for the service rendered, immediately there is cash settlement of that service rendered. So doctors can follow cash base of accounting. Lawyers can follow cash base of accounting because as soon as they have done their work, they collect their fees. An NPO stands for not-for-profit organizations. So those organizations which are not having intention of making profit but running service, like your charitable hospitals, your sports club who are providing certain facilities to their own members. So those types of organization can follow cash basis of accounting. But when it comes to accrual basis of accounting, all businesses can follow, including these professionals, these NPO, they can follow accrual basis of accounting. But normally cash basis of accounting is followed by such professionals and NPOs only. Rest of all the business need to follow accrual basis of accounting to get reliable information, accurate amount of profit or loss. And finally, what is the availability of information? Now, when cash base of accounting is followed, you just have the detail about what has been received, what has been paid. So whatever is due, that is not available anywhere in the books of accounts, either to be received or whatever is owed, that information would not be available. But in accrual base of accounting is followed, all the required information, whatever would be required for the different users of accounting information, all those informations would be readily available for use for taking their economic decisions. So from this distinction, I hope the difference between cash basis and accrual basis of accounting is much clearer to you. So from this, what do we conclude? That accrual basis of accounting is a better and scientific method and also recognized under the Companies Act. So it is better to follow accrual base of accounting so that you get the accurate amount of profit or loss, and also you will get a true and fair view of the position of the business. The financial performance of the business would be, whatever is being calculated would be more accurate and reliable. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Hope this session was useful to you. So if you have liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to it. Thank you. Have a great day.